This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is just about 6:53. Time to get you ready for your weekend here in the Morning Sprint.
Olivia Roberts has new developments in the fight against COVID-19, and Destiny Richards is live at Casper Fry.
But first, to Mark Peterson tracking some gusty winds for your Friday forecast.
Yeah, we've got all that and more in our First Alert Weather, and that weather app has, again, the radar, everything you need, right? It's free in your app store. Mild and windy today, heavy snows into the Cascades, also more snow for the Idaho mountains. And it's going to be some treacherous driving atop Lookout Pass, so be careful. Sunny and calmer for Spokane on Saturday.
We're following breaking news this morning of a car that ended up driving into the basement of a house on the South Hill. This happened just after 4 this morning on the 600 block of West 16th Avenue near Cannon Hill Park. According to police on the scene, the driver was likely impaired and the injuries are not serious. Officers will be doing a blood draw to determine the driver's level of impairment. The house was not seriously damaged. We will be sure to provide more details about this when they come available.
And breaking news out of California. This is another live look at a massive fire at an industrial complex in Compton. The fire started around 4:30 this morning, has engulfed several structures and buses and exploded in size about a half hour ago. You see those buses there now, or what's left of them. A nearby house is threatened right now. No injuries have been reported, and no one knows yet how this fire started.
This could be a landmark day in the fight against COVID-19. A new one-shot vaccine from Johnson & Johnson is expected to get a thumbs up from FDA advisors as early as tonight. That team is meeting right now to decide whether the FDA should give an emergency use authorization for that third vaccine. Now, that meeting is just beginning. This meeting will last all day long, but for the first few hours, this team will be sharing opening remarks, discussing variants, and talking about current vaccines on the market. Then Johnson & Johnson will present and take questions from the committee and the public about their vaccine. If they recommend it, the FDA could sign off on it as soon as today or tomorrow. Then it goes to the CDC, where advisors plan to meet about it Sunday.
President Joe Biden is planning to travel to Texas today as the state recovers from last week's unprecedented winter storm. The president will visit the Harris County Emergency Operations Center and later tour and meet with volunteers at the Houston Food Bank. Massive power outages across the state left millions of people in the dark for days.
In Washington, suicide is the second leading cause of death for teenagers between 15 and 19 years old. A bill in the legislature is hoping to find out why this is happening and what can be done to stop it. The bill would create a youth suicide review team, which would look at circumstances of suicides in 2020, targeting children and young adults up to 25 years old. The bill is still waiting to make it to the House floor.
Casper Fry is reopening again after 11 months, but they're doing a soft reopening, and their second and final pop-up event is tonight from 4 to 8. You can try new dishes they have here, as well as some that are old favorites. And we have everything you need to know about the pop-up on KXLY.com. They're located here in the Perry District. Come on out and support them. You can dine in or order takeout.
The Federal Communications Commission has approved a new internet subsidy program for families struggling during the pandemic. Eligible households can get a credit of up to $50 per month on their internet bills. $100 off for one computer or tablet is also included. Sign-ups for the new benefits could begin within the next 60 days. Anyone on food stamps, Medicaid, or who have received a Pell Grant or lost their job during the pandemic are eligible for this subsidy.
The drive to hike minimum wage across the country to $15 an hour may be dead. The Senate parliamentarian has decided it has to be removed from the massive COVID-19 relief bill Democrats are trying to speed through Congress. This decision comes just one day before the House is expected to pass its first version of the $1.9 trillion package that includes the minimum wage boost.
Meanwhile, Costco is set to boost its own minimum wage next week to $16 an hour. Company CEO Craig Jelinek made the announcement during the congressional hearing on the minimum wage.
The Washington State Senate has passed a ban on open carry weapons at both the state capitol and demonstrations. The bill passed with a 28-20 vote. It's not a done deal yet. It first has to be approved by the House before reaching Governor Inslee's desk.
The plastic bag ban in Washington that was supposed to start last month has been put on hold indefinitely. The state law inspired another 38 local ordinances around the state to regulate the plastic bags. Lawmakers say the rule isn't dead. It'll just be delayed until the pandemic is no longer the state's top priority.
Second Harvest is feeding 750 families today, hosting another mobile market at the Spokane County Fairgrounds. The event will go from 1 to 5 or until supplies run out. We will be back with a final check of weather after this quick break.